Over the past 3 decades, the diffusion of military and commercial drone technology has created serious vulnerabilities for the United States military, and those vulnerabilities are growing. Drones are already ubiquitous on the modern battlefield. Since the Korean War, American soldiers have enjoyed sanctuary from aerial attacks. We've never had to look up. But now, drones can hold American forces at risk, at range. If America is to preserve its military edge, the Department of Defense must act with greater urgency to advance counter-drone technologies and enable operational resilience within the joint force. Now, for most people, the term military drone brings to mind the Reaper or the Predator, the drones made famous during the global war on terror. And you're not wrong to picture them. Those types of large drones have dominated the global drone market for nearly 2 decades. But the threat is different now. I collected data on military drone proliferation since 1995 and found that, starting in 2020, small, less expensive, one-way attack drones have boomed in popularity. And at the same time, the growth of the commercial drone market has made advanced quadcopters widely accessible. Together, these two trends have led to a democratization of surveillance and strike capabilities that before were only available to great powers. Now, fundamental to countering such drones is a system of layered air defenses to quickly detect, identify, and defeat incoming threats. And since 2016, the Pentagon has allocated billions of dollars towards the counter-drone mission and has successfully deployed new systems that are protecting American forces as we speak. But the majority of US defense systems were not designed to defend against drones, and they cannot operate at the speed demanded by the modern battlefield. The rate and scale of drone proliferation has outpaced the DoD's counter-drone efforts, and as a result, US forces are ill-equipped to address current and future threats. Now, in some respects, the United States has been very effective in countering drone attacks. Since October 2023, there have been nearly 500 drone strikes against US forces in the Middle East. Sailors in the Red Sea and soldiers in Iraq, Syria, and Jordan have had resounding success intercepting Iranian-made kamikaze drones fired by proxy forces. The Houthis have launched over 300 drone attacks in the Red Sea, but no US ships have been directly damaged. And at bases across the region, soldiers from the 10th Mountain Division have shot down 93 of the 115 drones fired at them. These attacks have been tactical successes, but they've come at great cost to the United States. The Navy has fired over $1 billion worth of missiles against drones worth less than $100,000 per unit, and has lost 3 F-18 fighter jets in the process. And at Tower 22, a US military outpost in Jordan, 3 US service members were killed when base defenses failed to stop an incoming drone. Now, to be clear, Iran's drone threat is real and dangerous, but their drones are still relatively crude. Adversaries like China and Russia are far more advanced and are building large numbers of more sophisticated, more autonomous drones. If US air defenses can barely defend against low-end threats like Iranian Shaheds and DJI quadcopters, we may be quickly overwhelmed by China's autonomous swarms. Earlier this year, the CNAS Defense Program ran a tabletop exercise exploring exactly this scenario, placing current and future US counter-drone technologies against sophisticated Chinese drone attacks. And not surprisingly, we found that there is no silver bullet. The United States needs to accelerate its defense-in-depth approach to countering drones and continue building out every layer of air defense. This should include emerging technologies like high-powered microwaves and AI-enabled sensor processing, but also old-school tools like anti-aircraft guns and sandbags. The stakes are not theoretical. Without adequate defenses, even the most advanced systems and technologies are irrelevant against overwhelming drone attacks. Thank you.